What's going on, world? It's your main man, the author. Right back at that ass, right black at that ass again. Here's another one. Just want to make this brief video, man. I saw some funny shit on the internet, man. These dudes are talking about fags in the military and all this other type of shit, especially fags in the Navy, right? I just thought it was funny, man. Uh, Basically, I did 5 years in the Navy. 8 years actually. 5 years active, 3 inactive reserve. I never saw any faggot type shit. Far as I knew, the military had a don't ask, don't tell policy. So you couldn't even come out and say that shit. Nobody ever came out and admitted that they was a faggot to me. I heard of one incident where this dude tried to look at some dude through the bathroom stall, and they had to fly him off the ship like immediately. So I don't know what the fuck they talking about. Bunch of dudes, bunch of clowns, bitch ass dudes. And on top of that, the average most of these guys who are talking about shit like that, talking about stuff that they don't really know anything about, because a lot of them have never served. Most of these dudes couldn't make it one day in boot camp, man. Most of these dudes have never even been put to the test. I ain't talking about that street bullshit where you walked around your hood and you thought you were tough. I mean real shit. Like taking orders, having to follow instructions, real type shit. Not just wild shit you did with your man and you thought you was tough because you did that, but really being put to the test. Physical fitness, following a certain regimen. These guys wouldn't last one day in boot camp, man. You know how many cats we had that couldn't hack it, man. Cats that just, suicides, all type of shit like that, man. Where our Master Chief said he was going to give out stress relief cards because he got tired of telling recruits' parents that their kid had committed suicide. Like, you know how tough that shit is, and y'all talking shit, and most of y'all can't last a day. You couldn't do a day in boot camp in the active duty Navy, Marines, Army, or Air Force. Any of the four. Because you got to have it in you to be able to do that shit, and it's strict. You get 3 squares, no smoking, no drinking, no sex, none of that shit. Push-ups, sit-ups, following orders, going to bed at a certain time. First, most of you dudes ain't even in good enough shape to be able to join in the first place, mentally or physically. So most of you probably tried to get in and couldn't. And most of you will be crying in your bed on the first night they put you in the rack. That shit is set up like, yeah, hey, come on, man. You got some guys that'd rather choose to go to jail than go through boot camp, man. You nuts? But it's just more bitch ass humor that I saw in there. Guys they're afraid to show their face on YouTube and can tell you who's a faggot and who ain't. Funny shit. But no, this video, man, is about white people. Some white people watch too many rap videos, man. And this is what I mean by that, man. I've heard this from a number of white people. They'll say, well, the blacks can call them, the rappers in the video can say nigga, but I can't say it. Now, here's the thing. The rappers in the videos, man, they are paid to act like idiots and assholes and fools, right? And some of those guys are agents, man. They are there to cause friction, to cause a disturbance, to make another group of people look lower. And a lot of other people who usually, and the thing is, usually with black styles, you'll have other people that'll try to follow and copy, not to try to toot our own horn, but if you look at the history of music with Little Richard and things of that nature. Now, you can point to different artists, but I mean, when you think about music, man, nobody has had more of an impact than a black man. I mean, let's be real, right? Not saying that, like I said, I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but that's just true. Just like with the heavyweight division in boxing, who's had a more impact than the brothers? Take away brothers from boxing from in the heavyweight division. What do you got? I mean, just certain shit is just true, man. The same might be said with whites in hockey or whites in swimming. Take whites out of swimming. What do you got? That's just what I'm speaking on. And when they say silly shit like that, man, it just it irritates me, and it makes a bad situation worse. Just because the rappers in the video say it doesn't mean you should be able to say it. I don't even like saying it. Now, sometimes other blacks will say it. Usually the younger blacks. It was a Spanish dude at work who used to always say it, man. I'm like, dude, I mean, he's like, do you get offended when I say it? I said, yeah, because you don't pass. You're not black. Now, I used to say, well, blacks can say it between each other, but other racial groups shouldn't be able to say it. What I meant by that is you got other racial groups that'll call themselves racial slurs, like other Italians might call each other guineas. Or other Polish people may call each other Polak. But if it comes from me, it might come off the wrong way. Other Jews might be able to call themselves kikes or what's the other word they use for them, man? Sheeny bastards or something like that. They may be able to use that terminology between each other, but if I say it, it's taken in a different direction. So, other Puerto Ricans may be able to call each other spicks, but I can't do that. If I said spick all day, I guarantee some Mexican or some Puerto Rican will probably come up to me and say something, right? I remember one time when I was a kid, I said something and it defended a Puerto Rican and they said something. You know what I'm saying? So that was my thing on it. But now I really don't even say nigga like that. Because I see how it's been overused, saturated, and things like that. And it's better words to use. And that's what I was telling him. I was like, well, you the one who said the most. Most of the brothers at the job, I don't ever hear them saying it. So you should follow that trail, that trail of knowledge. He was a Spanish dude always saying nigga. The three brothers, me, the other brother, and this other dude, Patrick, and this other cat, Marquise, we never said it. We never said it. But he always said it, and he was the only one who wasn't black. So why not follow the path that we are laying down? Now, I told him that one day and looked at him. He said, oh, yeah, go figure. Yeah, go figure, motherfucker. Why are you saying it? And some black females, they'll say it all the time, and some young black men will say it. But, when white people say that, because you got to remember, too, in the 60s, white people, especially even up to the 80s, really, the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, black people really didn't have names. They had names between each other, but white people call black people niggas like that was their real name. Like Malcolm X said, he got called a nigga so much he thought it was his name. He thought it was normal. So they called you niggas like nigga was your name. They didn't really call you by your real name. They'll say nigga, or nigga this or nigga that. And the family you call each other. And that's why black households, blacks demanded respect from their kids so aggressively because the rest of the world disrespected them on a daily basis. So, the average black would kill his kid if the kid disrespected him because, like, damn, now I ain't getting respect from nobody. So it was a poison, mental poison, psychological poison injected into our people from a white supremacist society. A lot of people don't want to admit that racism exists, but it does, and it always will be until we can beat that level. Until blacks are able to beat that white supremacy level, it'll always be there. But my point is, when white people say that, it's very ignorant. You know, you said that the black rappers say it, so you should be able to say it. You got to keep in mind, man, not all those rappers, some of them are FBI, CIA agents. Even the ones who aren't, they're getting paid to act like that, man. They're on payroll. So they're going to say, and you got to figure too, if the distributors didn't want them saying that, they couldn't say it. Because there's no black music distribution company that I know of that's successful, that pushes a lot of artists. I think it's only 2 distribution companies, and they're owned by I think Jewish people, Jewish. So to say that, man, is condescending, and it's idiotic. You know, and just because the rappers appear to be black and they say nigga, that means any white saying nigga, that's what this drunk white guy told this black guy on the porch. Rappers say nigger, but then you're gonna talk to me. It's like, yo, man, rappers aren't a representation of what's out here. You're looking at people who are paid to act like idiots, just like Bojangles was paid to tap dance and have his eyes go up and down in his head. He was paid to do that. A lot of money to do that. Well, he was paid back then. Some people don't make today. He was paid to do that. But he was a very intelligent man, though. But he was paid to act like an idiot. Same thing today with the Lil Waynes and stuff, man. I'm not saying Lil Wayne is intelligent. I don't know if he's intelligent or not, but some of them guys are very intelligent, but they're paid to act like that, man. They cannot say nigga over and over again without them receiving some type of support from people who, even people who are not black. Because blacks don't control the rap industry. We don't have a business that we control that I know of. We don't control banking. We don't control music. We don't control Hollywood. We don't control the food supply, the water supply. I don't even know where to turn my water on and off at. And I'm not just talking about the faucet. I mean going down to a location and turning on and off the main switch. And I'm not saying most whites know, but I'm just saying. Right? So I think a lot of whites should stop watching the rap videos, man, and focus on real life, man. And white supremacy doesn't mean all whites are supreme. It's just a certain group that happens to share that skin tone dominate. Have militaries all across the world. That's not to say that all black people will help black people and all white people will help white people. It's not to say that you won't meet some good white girl that won't treat you properly. Because that's the thing. If 10 whites help 10 blacks, help them to rebuild their lives, that doesn't mean white supremacy doesn't exist. Now they may be good, but white supremacy still exists. They may not believe in white supremacy, but white supremacy still exists. You know what I'm saying? So people kind of get that misconstrued. If one white person helps me, that means there's no such thing as white supremacy. That's not true. Okay? That means people at the top who share that skin tone are in control, and they are supreme, and they make the world the way they want it on an uneven scale. Where, and the majority of the people who control the business can control who they want to hire, right? A lot of companies are owned by who? Blacks or whites. When you control the company, you can control who you hire, at least to a point, right? So that's what I'm talking about. So, when white people say that, I'm not saying these guys don't willingly say that. Some black men are destroyed, man. They will willingly say that and make money. I mean, they say nigga anyway, and you pay them to say it. I mean, shit. That's cool, right? they don't think about it until they get older, or if they live to get older, like my age, where they can sit back and say, "Oh, wait a minute," you know what I mean? So, and then you got very few young guys who are on that level already, unless their pops is talking to them, right, or grandpops, right? So that's my spill on that, man. But I just want to put that out there. I don't think too many videos are made about that. Usually it's made about, I see a lot of frivolous videos. But yeah, and I think I'm going to entitle this video, Some White People Watch Way Too Many Rap Videos. But be sure to like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Appreciate all the comments that have been coming in. I hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving. I mean, I'm not too big on holidays, but like I said in my Facebook post, I will gladly take the days off from work. So go ahead and do that, man. And hope y'all enjoy y'all preparing for the upcoming holiday with the Christmas and the New Year's and all that good stuff. All right, and it's your main man, the author, signing out.